Butler upsets No.1 Villanova 101-93 with 3 points free. Clint Martin scored 24 points and Paul Jorgensen had a career-high 23 to help Butler upset No.1 Villanova 101-93 on Saturday. It's the second straight year the Bulldogs' 12-3, 2-0 Big East have ended Villanova's perfect start. Jalen Brunson had 31 points and Mikal Bridges finished with 21 to help Villanova 13-1, 1-1 cut a 23-point deficit to 6 with 1:33 left. But Brunson missed the front end of a 1-and-1 with a chance to make it a 4-point game and the comeback bid fell short. It was a stunning twist for Villanova, which had won 10 of its 13 games by 14 or more points and was allowing 65.8 points per game. The Bulldogs made 7 threes in the final 7 minutes of the first half to take a 53-45 lead, then made all 5 of their threes in the second half. Butler wound up 15 of 22 on threes. Number 17 Arizona 84, number 3 Arizona State 78. Tucson, Arizona. AP Dean Griton had 23 points and 19 rebounds, including a crucial tip-in with 11 seconds to go, and Arizona held on to hand Arizona State its first loss of the season. Alonzo Trier, who missed his first 6 shots but finished with 23 points, made a pair of free throws to put the Wildcats 11-3 ahead 82-78 with 10.3 seconds to go in the team's PAC-12 opener and one of the most anticipated matchups in the rivalry's history. Arizona withstood the 31-point performance by the trot holder of the Sun Devils 12-1, including 15 of 16 free throws. But the other two usually sharp-shooting Arizona State guards, Shannon Evans and Cody Justice, were a combined 5 for 23 shooting, 2 for 14 on three-pointers. The Wildcats beat the Sun Devils in Tucson for the 8th straight time. Arizona State's loss left no unbeaten teams remaining in NCAA Division I after number 1 Villanova and number 10 TCU lost earlier in the day. Number 4 Duke 100, number 24 Florida State 93. Third, Ben C. AP freshman Marvin Bagley I had 32 points and a season-best 21 rebounds for Duke. Freshman Wendell Carter Jr. added 14 points and a season-high 16 rebounds. Grayson Allen scored 22 points and Trevin Duval scored 11 of his 16 in the second half for the Blue Devils 13-1, 1-1 Atlantic Coast Conference. Phil Cofer scored a career-high 28 points and Brian Angola finished with a career-best 23 for the Seminoles 11-2, 0-1. Angola's three-pointer with just under 4 minutes remaining put them up 91-89, but they missed their final 8 shots, 6 of which came from long range. Alabama 79, number 5 Texas A&M 57. Tuscaloosa, Baylor. AP John Petty made 5 three-pointers and scored 18 points to help Alabama knock off Texas A&M 79-57 in the Southeastern Conference opener for both teams. The Crimson Tide 9-4 rebounded from a lackluster performance against Texas to easily upset the short-handed Aggies 11-2. Texas A&M matched its highest ranking in the AP poll this week after a 4-game winning streak but got off to a rough start in league play. Alabama big man Donta Hall had 17 points and 6 rebounds as 4 players accounted for 67 points. Colin Sexton, the SEC's leading scorer, had 16 points. Dayson Ingram also had 16 points. The Aggies were without leading scorer DJ Hogg, serving the second of a 3-game suspension for violating school policy. With starting guard Oban Gilder also out with a knee injury, the Aggies struggled offensively. Tyler Davis and Robert Williams both had 14 points. Number 6 Xavier 77, DePaul 72. Cincinnati APJP. Macura scored 19 points and had a steal and a blocked shot in the final minute to complete Xavier's comeback from a 16-point deficit. The Musketeers 14-1, 2-0 Big East won their 9th in a row and matched the best start in school history. The big comeback set up their 7th win in a row over the Blue Demons 7-7, 0-2. Max Strus led DePaul with 33 points, matching his season high. Number 8 Wichita State 72, UConn 62. Hartford. Comp. AP Landry Shamet scored 16 points to lead Wichita State in its first American Athletic Conference game. Rashard Kelly, Connor Francombe and Austin Reeves each added 11 points for Wichita State 11-2, 1-0 which has won 3 straight. Jalen Adams and Terry Lattier each had 18 points for the Huskies 7-6, 0-1 who have lost 3 in a row and 4 of their last 5. Christian Vital chipped in with 17 points for UConn. Number 9 Virginia 59, Boston College 58. Charlottesville, VA. AP Ty Jerome scored a career-high 31 points, including 2 free throws with 53 seconds left, for Virginia. Kyle Guy added 11 points and Isaiah Wilkins had 8 with 14 rebounds and 4 blocks for the Cavaliers 12-1, 1-0 Atlantic Coast Conference. Jerome Robinson led the Eagles 10-4, 1-1 with 29 points and Jordan Chapman had 18. Jerome hit 6 three-pointers, the last breaking a 51 all-tie and then giving Virginia a 57-53 lead with 3:21 left. Number 12 Oklahoma 90, number 10 TCU 89. Fort Worth, Texas AP freshman Trae Young scored 39 points, including the tie-breaking free throws with 7.9 seconds left, and had 14 assists as Oklahoma overcome a 13-point deficit in the second half to end the nation's longest winning streak. The Horned Frogs 12-1, 0-1 Big 12 with their highest ranking ever, entered their first home game in 20 seasons with both teams ranked on a 17-game winning streak. Young scored 17 points in the final 9.5 minutes, the biggest when the freshman was fouled by Desmond Bane on a drive to the basket and then made both free throws. Cameron McGusty added 22 points for the Sooners 11-1, 1-0 including a go-ahead three-pointer with 26 seconds left after Young missed from long range. Kenrich Williams, who had 22 points, then scored to put TCU back in front. But he missed another potential go-ahead shot after Young's final free throws. Bane and McHandy both finished with 15 points for the Frogs. Number 13 North Carolina 73, Wake Forest 69. Chapel Hill, NC. AP Joel Berry hit a high-arcing floater in the paint with 10.3 seconds left for North Carolina. Berry's driving shot over 7-foot shot blocker Daryl Moore finally pushed the Tar Heels ahead for good. But UNC 12-2, 1-0 ACC needed Kenny Williams to rebound Keyshawn Wood's push-up court three-pointer for the lead and hit 2 clinching free throws with 1.3 seconds left to seal it. North Carolina scored the last 8 points of the game. Luke May had 17 points and 15 rebounds to lead the Tar Heels, while Berry finished with 16 points. Bryant Crawford scored 17 points to lead the Demon Deacons 7-6, 0-1. Number 14 Purdue 98, Lipscomb 66. West Lafayette. AP Vincent Edwards had 23 points and 15 rebounds. Isaac Haas added 19 points and 7 rebounds to help Purdue beat Lipscomb. Carson Edwards scored 18 points, and Dakota Mathias had 15 for the Boilermakers 13-2. They haven't lost a game played in December in the last 2 years. Garrison Matthews had 25 points and 5 rebounds for the Bison 9-5. Number 15 Miami 67, Pittsburgh 53. Pittsburgh AP Anthony Lawrence had 12 points and Jaquan Newton and Bruce Brown Jr. both had 11 for Miami. The Hurricanes 12-1, 1-0 Atlantic Coast Conference overwhelmed the undersized and undermanned Panthers over the final 30 minutes to win their conference opener with ease. The Hurricanes held Pitt 8-6, 0-1 to 40% shooting, out-rebounded the Panthers 31-23 and forced 19 turnovers. Shameal Stevenson led the Panthers with 16 points. Arkansas 95, number 19 Tennessee 93. OT. Fayetteville, Ark. AP Daryl Macon and Jalen Barford combined for 61 points and Arkansas rallied from a 9-point second-half deficit. The win is the sixth straight for the Razorbacks 11-2, 1-0. Macon finished with a career-high 33 points and Barford had a career-best 28 for the Razorbacks, who trailed by 9 points with less than 7 minutes remaining in regulation. The seniors then scored Arkansas' first 13 points in overtime. Jordan Bone scored 21 points to lead the Volunteers 9-3, 0-1. Number 20 Gonzaga 101, Santa Clara 52. Spokane, Wash. AP Silas Nelson scored 19 points, Josh Perkins had 12 points and 8 assists, and Gonzaga cruised by Santa Clara for its 16th straight victory in the series. Gonzaga scored the first 15 points and was never threatened. Perkins made Gonzaga's first shot for a 3-0 lead and he hit another three from the corner on the Bulldogs' next possession. Zach Norvell Jr. Norvell finished with 14 points. Rice transfer Jeremy Jones scored a career-high 11, and Hachim had 11 for Gonzaga 12-3, 2-0 West Coast Conference. Emmanuel and Dumania had a career-high 12 points for Santa Clara 4-10, 1-1.